Good morning. It's a Friday and I had a call from the agent about the last visit and they put in an offer. However, it was way too low for me to accept. So I left it with the agent to negotiate, and now I'm waiting to hear back as there's going to be another offer, and that was this morning. And while that was going on, I set up the laptop to move the files from the SD card on the phone of yesterday's footage to the flash drive. And while it was searching for the files or moving the files, I was having my breakfast. I'm watching a film called Tin Star. The Tin Star? I'll just have a look. The Tin Star. And it's got Henry Fonda, Anthony Perkins, Lee Van Cleef and Neville Brand, who played Al Capone in the Untouchables TV series with Robert Stack as Elliot Ness. Yep, that's on. Oh, the screen's gone funny. Did I mean to turn it off? Oh well, doesn't matter. So yeah, that's what's on at the moment. Last night's events, well, probably the early hours in fact, leading up to the early hours, I was watching films. What film did I watch? I watched the rest of Campbell's Kingdom. Actually, I should have watched it to the end last time I saw it, because when I resumed playing, it was like 5 or 10 minutes left of the film anyway. And then after that I watched... Crikey, what film did I watch? It'll come to me. Then after I saw that film... Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I then saw Halloween. And of course, when I watched Halloween, it was quite late. It should be watched at midnight, but it was, I think, a couple of hours later, about 2 o'clock, I started watching it, and then I couldn't watch all of it. I think 45 minutes in, and I was beginning to feel the effects. So I've got that to watch the rest of today. And of course, yesterday was about I was going to do a big shop. I was looking forward to a drive. Then I thought, I heard it was going to rain, and that put me off. But I still needed to go out, so I went to the local Tesco, and I wanted to go to the local chippy first and sort of eat some chips on the way there. But the chippy was closed. They open twice a day, and in between they have a stock up or have a rest, and I was going when it was in between. So I couldn't get a bag of chips then. But from where I was, I took a different route to Tesco. And I walked along all these, it's like a little parade of shops, as you may have seen in the cars in previous videos when I'm driving by. And there's a couple of kebab houses, a couple of curry houses, a couple of pizza houses, not a cafe though, although further down there is, opposite the Wells Hall Plaisance, which I went to yesterday, and those shops there had a chippy where I got the bag of chips, and then crossed the road to Wells Hall Plaisance, found a sort of semi-sheltered area because of all the birds there, and had the chips. But that's all I saw in yesterday's video. And then, yeah, so these shops in the parade, all these couples of types of restaurants, made me think, wouldn't it be nice if every evening I have my meal in one of these places? It just seemed like I remembered now what the film was, because I'm talking about a restaurant crawl. It reminded me of a pub crawl, and it reminded me of the film about a pub crawl called The World's End, with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, Paddy Considine, and there's another guy in it, somebody Marsden, I think. It's one of these British supporting actors. I'll put his name here. Yeah, so that's the film I was watching after Campbell's Kingdom. And that had a really funny, it was a very funny film. I mean, Simon Pegg was really good. It was just under the ham factor, you know, he wasn't overdoing it. It was just in between, it was just under. So he got away with it, he carried the film well. But there was one scene with Martin Freeman, which was hilarious. It's the scene where he's in the pub looking at Simon Pegg, and he says hello, and Simon Pegg says hello, because where have you been? And he says, I've been here all evening. What's the matter with you? I won't say the rest of the scene, but you'll see why. It was really funny when you see the cliffhanger to that scene. It was so funny. Right, so yeah, this parade of shops, I'm thinking of going there not every evening, but maybe every other evening, and just go there, have a meal, come home, and that way I get out of the house and I'm not eating the same old cheese sandwiches as I did last night. Right, so that's the update on yesterday's events since the vlog end. And now I am ready to edit yesterday's video. I've not had anything to drink yet, so I'll have a coffee first and then I'll do it. And I might sit here where the PC is at the moment and get cracking. Right, another update. Just a quick one to say it's nearly 5 o'clock. And yesterday's video is now exporting. It should take about 90 minutes. So by doing quick maths, it's about 6:30. It should be ready for upload, and then 7:15. It should be live on YouTube. Right, it's a lovely day. In fact, instead of me telling you about it, I'll show you it. Lovely, isn't it? It's hard to believe that the weather we had a few weeks ago, all that snow and blizzard, known as the beast from the east is actually on its way back here over the weekend. Won't be as drastic or the same scale as the last one, but snow and kind of blizzard is expected. Perhaps I shouldn't intrude. I remember yesterday when I was having those chips in the park and all the birds and the squirrels, all sorts of birds and ducks there, because there's a moat around the Tudor Barn public house, and I saw mostly pigeons, but there were some other interesting looking birds like magpies, and I think it must be the mating season for birds, because I saw two pigeons beaking. You know, they touch beaks, and it's happened again here with these magpies. So it's making me wonder if it's like their mating season now. I don't know for sure, but seeing two cases makes you wonder. Well, I didn't mean to come out here, but it's nice. It's not warm, it's not cold. I've not heard back from the agent about my refusal of acceptance. Perhaps they'll need more time to think about it, weighing the pros and cons. Or they'll simply walk away from it. If they do get in touch, I bet it'll be the low end of the guide. But still, it's still early days. I mean, I've got to wait maybe a month and a half at least. Don't want to be too rash. Right, today is also St. Patrick's Day, and I'm just wondering what my friends are up to at the moment, because if they're planning anything, then who knows? Who knows indeed. Right. I'm going to go back indoors now. I'm not going to watch the rest of Halloween because I like to watch it, you know, you have to have atmosphere around it. So I'm going to wait till it's around the midnight time. And I was taking a bit of a risk really, watching it, because I had 2 cheese sandwiches with a mature level of 4, which is extra mature, and a cup of coffee. So I was asking for trouble. I didn't get any nightmares. I did fall asleep on the sofa, and then I woke up and had to go to bed and didn't really have much sleep really, but I mean keeping Was it some sort of phonolistic type of sleeping where you sleep a couple of hours when you're supposed to, and then you take naps during the day? I don't know, it seems to be productive that way. That's the sort of thing I'm having at the moment. A couple of naps and a sleep. But yeah, as I say, I have to watch Halloween when it's night time. Really get into the atmosphere of it. I'm rambling on, I'm sorry. Just thinking what to do next. I'll have a coffee and some biscuits. Yeah. And who knows, maybe there's a recently added movie on the Now TV. So I'll go and check it out.